Welcome to the brand new Goomba-stomping, Rainbow Road-loving episode of Nintendo TV. Well, this is all a bit fancy, isn't it? Coming up in this shiny inaugural episode will be getting our Mario on with Mario Kart 7 and Super Mario 3D Land, and getting greased up with the best Mario Kart players in the country. Stay tuned until the end of the show for your chance to win a veritable King's Banquet of Nintendo prizes. It's time for Select, where we pick our favourite games of the month, dress them in clown shoes and make them tap dance for our pleasure. We kick off with Super Mario, the owner of the most magnificent mouth brow since Tom Selleck had a trim. The rotund plumber makes his blockbusting arrival on the 3DS in Super Mario 3D Land. The little guy has never been more pleasingly robust, and the mix of 2D and 3D gameplay sees the console being pushed so hard it must be running on rainbows and angel juice. Fans of the Super Mario Galaxy games will be pleased to learn that many elements of the series have been abducted and slapped about the face with a 3D stick, the best of all the sticks. You'll recognise these switches from the Flip Switch Galaxy, which is a particular platforming favourite of ours. However, one of the things we love most is being able to go green and play through the game as Mario's equally mouth-merkined brother Luigi after you finish the main story. Mario's first outing on the 3DS feels like a proper event, with 8 original worlds to complete before the game really opens up and serves up another 8 special worlds. If Goomba trouncing adventuring isn't your thing, but you still fancy visiting the Mushroom Kingdom in 3D, then Mario Kart 7 lets you take control of all your favourite and not so favourite characters in a revamp of the kart racing classic. Everything from the new kart designs to the much-loved power-ups ooze with the kind of piping hot hilarity juice which has become synonymous with a great Mario Kart title. Much has been said about the new underwater and flying mechanics, but thankfully they're game makers, not game breakers. If you enjoyed the business class experience of Pilot Wings, then you'll feel right at home in Mario Kart's gliding sections, which remind us of bombing around Woohoo Island. Only now there's an added sense of danger you only get from people firing green shells up your exhaust pipe. Character selection is something of an art form too, and Nintendo have delivered in mushroom-shaped spades. As well as the regular cast of guys, gals and, well, whatever Shy Guy is, there are some new characters making their debuts behind the wheel. We won't get bogged down in existential quandaries like, why is a bee 10 times the size of a normal bee driving a cart? Instead, we'll just admire her majestic stinger. Aww, look at her little face. It's almost like she understands. Both Super Mario 3D Land and Mario Kart 7 are out on the 3DS now, and we'd recommend picking them up like we'd recommend keeping your top lip warm with furry face furniture. Hello and welcome to your monthly update, where we unlock your brain panel with the magic keys, dust off the cobwebs and fill you full of fresh, clean Nintendo gaming fact. Super Pokemon Rumble blends together the bonkers high-paced elements from the previous WiiWare Pokemon Rumble with the insanely rewarding levels of collectability usually associated with completing a World Cup sticker album. Anyone got any Beckham shinies? No? This is the first Pokemon game to be released on the 3DS and comes bulging with all 5 generations of Pokemon, as well as a load of brand new modes and some serious Street Pass features to keep your fingers twiddlingly warm during those long cold commutes. And the best thing about it? It's out now. In this month's feature, we're at the majorly exclusive Mario Kart 7 launch event in London. We ignored the restraining orders and brushed our overeager shoulders with some bona fide celebs. Hey, look, it's that guy from... that thing. Before getting our hands dirty with some of the best Mario Kart players in the country as they battled it out for bragging rights and a stonking great trophy. The greediest competitors went head-to-head for the glory, fame and potential supermarket opening appearances that come with being crowned a Mario Kart champion. We've reached the finish line of this month's feature, so we're wheel spinning out of here. And yes, we're all out of racing puns. We're kicking off this week's eShop essentials by getting peculiar like a sparrow in jodhpurs with freaky forms. This game has come from nowhere to become one of the most played games at Nintendo TV headquarters, mostly because you can make your own characters and get them to dance for you. Look at him go. You can even swap your characters over Street Pass, so keep an eye out for unexplained oddities appearing in your pockets in the near future. Next up is that big pink ball of whatever Kirby is in the latest 3D classic from Nintendo. The original NES Kirby's Adventure is older than a fossilized cardigan, but don't let that put you off. This has the kind of gameplay that will never go out of fashion. Much like the raccoon hat, spats and elbow warmers we're rocking right now. If there's one thing we know about, it's fashion. That's all we've got time for this month, but don't despair or get your big kid pants in a twist, because we'll be back next month with all the latest Nintendo news and features. So check back in January for a new dose of Nintendo TV Awesome.